Good morning. It's a midweek edition of the Phoenix Breakfast, and right now we get into a very special conversation with the ICT Association of Zambia. This association for me is very special. I think we've done a lot of work together. Recently, I was in Livingston with them for a conference that, I really got to learn a lot. I can just masquerade as an IT professional at this point because of everything I got to learn from there. But no, I won't. I will not. Because they'll talk more about this association, why it's very important as well. And for the first ever audition of the show, we are joined by the CEO, the registrar of the association, Mr. Chellah Silavwe. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me. I think you qualify to be an IT profession, don't you? We've got a category we call affiliate members for those practicing, but they are not IT. I think they should be consideration to adopt you.
I think I'll take that one.
You have to. Yeah. Good morning to the listeners, and happy Africa Week.
Yes, very indeed. Happy Africa Freedom Day week, which was on Sunday and commemorated also on Monday. And we know in Africa of a number of IT professionals, and I got to see this for myself while moderating your conference. But let's talk more about the association and its activities for the sake of those who might be coming across it for the first time. Tell us more about ICTAZ and why it exists.
Thank you so much. So the ICT Association of Zambia, in short ICTAZ, is a statutory body which was established to register and regulate ICT professionals, companies, firms, etc. Obviously, anyone who is engaging in ICT activities or is professionally interested in ICT. Now, therefore, in a nutshell, we exist to register and regulate any person in the context of a legal person engaged in ICT. Further, the act which establishes us provides for the function of the association as to do all acts and things as are necessary to foster the advancement of the information and communications technology profession. One example I would give is the development, promotion, and of course maintaining of practice standards in the sector.
Great. Given with the fact that ICTAZ is established by law to register and regulate ICT professionals, does this mean it's actually illegal for an individual, a person to work in ICT without being registered with the association? I'm an affiliate now, but I don't know if it's illegal for me to operate as an IT professional.
That's a good question, and obviously this is a question which is being asked every day by different people. In a nutshell, it is absolutely illegal for one to practice if they are not registered with the ICT Association of Zambia. Obviously, with context from other sections of the law I just cited, other delegated registrations and the ICTAZ Constitution, Section 20 of the Act clearly prohibits the practice and the hiring of unregistered persons, like I indicated, who are obviously not members of the association. It further establishes criminal liabilities for anyone who violates the law. So in a nutshell, it is a criminal offense to practice or to engage or hire anyone who is not a member of the association.
For ICTAZ, generally any association, sometimes people begin to question the reason for joining a professional body such as this, as they don't see the value. But for ICTAZ, personally, I've noticed a big shift, and we're seeing substantial and notable value for a number of stakeholders. Last year's Tech Excellence Awards, for example, was quite good. A number of members were truly recognized, and the spotlight was able to be shined on them. Tell us more about the value that members and stakeholders receive by joining ICTAZ.
I think this just even reminded me that you equally hosted.
Yes.
I agree with you. We need to confer with you with some sort of a membership. I think you've been doing great, I think, to help us, and we really appreciate and value you. Thank you so much. And not just you, the radio in particular. I remember vividly the Radio Phoenix walked away with the CEO's award.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you
Radio Phoenix. Yes. Of course, like you said, we hosted Tech Excellence Award. This question has repeatedly been asked. What is the value of me being a member, not just for ICTAZ but many other professional bodies? And we have been so deliberate as ICTAZ to shift our strategic focus to value beyond compliance. So if you say our tagline is value beyond compliance, because we are focusing much more on value for members, more than just talking about compliance. That's why we rarely talk about it's illegal to practice if you're not a member. But of course, law is law. We need to abide by it. But our main and primary focus is what benefit am I getting as a member. So the objective of the awards was to spotlight excellence and recognize outstanding achievements within the ICT sector. We've observed that while there's immense talent in the country, capacity and innovation in the industry, with Zambia as capable of delivering world-class ICT solutions, there hasn't been obviously a platform dedicated to amplify these achievements. Just is it last week or so, I was on ZNBC TV doing business interviews where I was talking about ICT and business, and this thing came across. One of the questions I was asked is, do we have the capacity in the country? And that is the part the association wants to, one of the values, the gap we want to cover. So we've introduced a range of initiatives aimed at celebrating and elevating excellence at all levels. This includes individual contributions, company contributions, corporate contribution, etc. So beyond the Excellence Awards, we've launched a good number of initiatives and platforms. So we've got what we are calling Tech Talks. These are short video series which talks about what a company or an individual is offering, the solutions they are producing, and etc. We've introduced podcasts, newsletters, magazines, to name just a few, all aligned to give visibility to the remarkable work happening in the Zambian ICT space. But we've got other things. I can't mention all of them. We've got things like international collaboration and exposure. I think you mentioned hosting our conference. You saw the number of outside vendors, partners, companies, delegates we had. Professional development, growth, advocacy, individual and business opportunity empowerment, fostering industry growth and building industry standards, bridging the gap between the sector and the government. We've got a very good relationship with the government. I mean, long days are gone where you have to fight for something by demonstrating. It's now about collaboration and engagement. We foster innovation. So we can name quite a lot at Mweka. We'll be launching our strategic plan where we've listed a lot of value or benefits one will benefit from being a member. I can't list all of them, but those are just a few of the many.
Okay, all right. As we conclude, anything else you'd love to add in a message to our listener right now?
Sure. I mean, we are making all these efforts as the ICT Association of Zambia to ensure that people knows we exist and why we exist. And of course, it may not be so good for one to find themselves on the wrong side of the law. So compliance is key, and ensure that as a profession or as a corporate body or whoever it could be who is practicing ICT, ensure that you register and get certified with the association. Equally so, ensure that you only engage or hire members who are registered and certified by the association. Basically, be in good standing with ICTAZ to avoid criminal liability. But of course, Chumweka, in conclusion or lastly, equally important, allow me on behalf of the ICT Association of Zambia to publicly wish and recognize and commend Dr. Samuel Munzere Maimbo for leading one of the most compelling campaigns for the presidency of the African Development Bank. His vision is not only clear and articulate, it is rooted in bold and transformative ideas that reflects the agency of the Africans' moment. So as Africa reflects on its journey towards freedom and self-determination, Dr. Munzere's candidacy stands out as a beacon of hope and a clear dedication, or rather indication that we can and must lead our own renaissance. So all the best to him in the upcoming elections. I think they are scheduled for 29th of May, if I'm not mistaken, in Abidjan at the headquarters of African Development Banks, and ICTAZ is very, very confident that he's winning. We have also put out there an open letter to him to wish him well, and I request, if possible, that all the media houses in Zambia, particularly Radio Phoenix, to show support to him, and we make a bit of noise about it, and if possible to read our letters in which we've put it out there in public. Otherwise, thank you so much and all the best to Dr. Munzere Maimbo, and he should know that the whole country is behind his candidacy and behind this campaign. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing it up, and thank you for joining us this morning on the show today.